this, we recommend the following. We recommend that the book be rejected for a number of reasons, and these are some of the reasons we want to share with you today. The excessive factual interpretation and omission errors render the proposed textbook useless and even counterproductive as a textbook for Mexican American history. I reviewed the period from 1846, the beginning of the Mexican American War, to the present, and I found an average of 5 to 7 serious errors per page. The book disregards most of Mexican American civil rights, feminist, labor, urban, community immigration, and literary history produced by professional historians in the last 40 years, preferring instead to dedicate most of the book to U.S., Latin American, and world history without demonstrating their relevance to the historical experience of Mexican Americans in the United States. We're especially concerned that Tejana history, particularly the early foundational history that includes the colonial period and the early independence period of Texas, we are excluded as Tejanos and Tejanas in this book. The third reason is that the authors characterize most Mexican American civil rights and labor leaders as social and political threats to American society, and suggest that Mexican Americans who participated in social justice causes historically have been gullible and equally threatened. This is one of the most offensive set of statements that appear throughout the book. The authors, the fourth argument we make against its adoption, fail to incorporate a significant portion of the historical record that professional historians have produced in the last 40 years. This includes the excellent and in some cases significant award-winning works on the 20th century by historians from Texas alone. I counted well over 40, perhaps 50 well-known historians that have not been cited in this book at all. And this is work that they've done in the last 40 years. And most of them are, of course, faculty and universities throughout the state of Texas. And I list the names here, but I'm not going to read them. If you wish, I can give you a statement. My conclusion, as a participant in the development of the field of Mexican American studies, I've been at it for a long time, since the early 70s. I find it especially disturbing that the authors of the proposed textbook would deliberately disregard the voluminous and recognized scholarship on Mexican American history produced in the last 40 years. It takes more effort not to notice this work than to include it. Its well-known assumptions, findings, frameworks, themes, and associated bodies of knowledge that scholars have developed over time and with great effort. To attempt to silence decades of knowledge production is willfully irresponsible, culturally chauvinist, and discriminatory. In sum, the textbook fails to promote harmony, college readiness, a sense of belonging and achievement, professional standards, and a full understanding of Mexican Americans and the history of the United States. It is simply unworthy for consideration as a textbook on Mexican American history. And that has been very, very obvious to us, the reviewers of the book.